All right, I'm starting the recording. I think I figured out how to turn up my volume some. Learning a new thing. All right. This one. Okay, so welcome to Aggressive Tendencies, our adult D&D Rime of the Frost Maiden homebrew campaign. I'm Phil. I'll be GMing. I've been doing this for about 2 years. And we're going to start in a different order than usual because Steve is taking a phone call. So we'll start all the way up at the top with Carissa and her snacks.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Carissa. I play Beelzebub, who is a tiefling warlock healer. And today's snacks are brought to you by apple chips, walnuts, and kosher bacon cheddar flavored potato chips.
And Catherine.
Right as I took a bite of ice cream sandwich. It was perfect timing.
That's why I waited for about 3 seconds.
I hate you. I'm Catherine. I play Ocarist, who is a fire genasi sorcerer that thinks they're a bard. And today's snacks are brought to you by the ice cream sandwich that I just jacked from your kid. So
Spencer.
I'm Spencer. I play Yuan-Ti, Paladin, Oath of the Ancient subclass, trying to keep the light in the world. And you can't see it in the photo, but there's actually a pet snake wrapped around my neck that travels with me everywhere.
Trish.
Hi, I'm Trisha, and I play Aramanthia, who is a monk that is a halfling who is Heel's sister.
And
Or halfling dragonborn. Sorry.
I forgot to mention that today's snacks are not sponsored yet. We would like them sponsored by someone.
Ooh, there's a new snack. Steve, once you put your headphones on, tell us about your snack, Steve, and introduce your character.
My name's Steve. I play Dripper. He is a Kenku arcane trickster rogue. And I'm eating like this pastry with like blueberries in it and cream cheese. I don't know the name of it.
It's a Danish.
Danish. There we go.
I don't know much, but I know food. But that's part of the reason why the camera cuts off here, because any lower, it starts to become evident how much I like my food.
Fuck.
All right, so last time we got together, the party headed out to Dugan's Hole and discovered that some winter wolves were holding the town captive. The party went to the edge of town, and they actually ended up meeting these winter wolves, who spoke to them and told them about this evil ice giant named Gargai, who was apparently the source of the problem. And the party then decided to follow them to Gargai's lair and deal with the problem. But with some insight checks, discovered that the wolves might not be telling completely the truth. When they got there, they discovered that the frost giant had been dispatched by another party of adventurers some time ago, and they had a fight with a giant mammoth. They fought it, and then the winter wolves joined in midway through the fight. And we lost Steve. He'll be back. And then they rescued some kidnapped children, and bought a building in Dugan's Hole. And then the party went south, following Dripper's strong desire to head south, and found some kind of strange octopus creature. And upon approaching the octopus creature, they were attacked by two large, sort of strange worm-like creatures that you can see on the battle map right down over here. Now that you guys are close, you see that this weird sort of metallic octopus thing has a large dent in the front part of it, and it is sitting in sort of a crater. It looks like it fell from a fairly intense height and is sort of sitting and appears to be disabled. So as we come to standing around the this strange space octopus, the one piece of information that I forgot to give you guys last time is that Dripper, this thing feels psychically active to you. You don't share a language with it, but you can feel that it is communicating with somebody, and you can detect two strong psychic presences on the in the structure.
Can I send Dave the owl to scout around my familiar?
Sure.
Yeah. So
We'll
can I
leave it
just
out.
remove them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Try to stay to the bottom. Like here, I'll show you.
Like,
Because if you go here, I'll move it for you.
okay.
Over here, you fly around, and then you see a deck. The rest of the
A
map
what?
is where Dave is now. Is sort of the landing deck of the ship. It looks
Oh,
like
okay.
you guys could probably crawl up there and open that door. If Dave goes too much farther north, he'll find other floors of this thing.
All right. All right. So yeah, I relay to everybody what I'm seeing up over here.
Okay, and
We should come.
he's gonna lead you to the southwest corner. So I'll move you guys so you can see what's going on. Okay, and I just need heals. There we go. All right, so some exploring around the structure, and you find like a balcony that you can clamber up onto without much difficulty. And sitting on the balcony is a very large ballista that looks like it has been damaged in the fall. And let me just see if there's some flavor text I'm supposed to read here. The deck is 5 feet above the valley floor, covered with some fresh snow. Mounted to the deck is a frozen ballista. The back of the deck is a double door made of chitin and iron, and it is tucked away under 2 higher decks, the lower of which has another ballista mounted atop it, and this one appears to be functional.
So we need to be quiet while we're here.
Should we roll stealth rolls?
Depends on what you guys are doing.
Well, do we try? How far high up is the second balcony?
About 10 feet.
Do we want to try and clamber up there, or do we want to go in these doors?
Should we see if these doors are openable? How much effort would it take for us to try and open them? Like if they're going to be really heavy and loud, probably not. Then we should climb up.
As you have a quick look at them, they do appear to be quite heavy, and they also appear to be slightly iced over. So they'll probably require some torque to open.
We brought the torque.
Yeah. There's the snake person with all the torque we need.
Unless we melt the ice with heat.
That is possible too.
I think we brought the bonfire for that as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can increase the flame size of a campfire with my thaumaturgy.
I can make fire. Lots of it.
I will not use our last fireball on this.
Well, it sounds like we have a plan to open this door. I guess if it's frozen over,
You want
maybe
to
no one
try
will
tugging on it
expect it
first?
to.
Sorry?
Do we want to try tugging on it first? See if we can open it through brute strength and then melt if we have to?
I was only thinking I melt off the ice because it's frozen shut.
All right. Syl reaches out and grabs the door and pulls, and it looks like the ice is interfering with the opening of the door. Do you want to apply strength to it?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me a strength check, please. Athletics. Not a problem. You hear this sort of little bit of a crinkling noise, and the door opens. And I wish there was a toggle to open the door so you guys could see what was in the room. As you step into the room, because you're going to need to come into the room so you can see what's going on. And Okarist. Attached to the walls in this chamber are sets of chains and manacles designed to hold large creatures. A staircase rises to the next deck amid crates, barrels, and broken bits of equipment. Moving among the detritus are 4 creatures. 3 of them are small, repulsive purple things that are sort of floating above the ground and pulling themselves across the floor using large tentacles that sort of stick out of their faces. The 4th is a lumbering monstrosity made of stitched together parts from goblins, dwarves, and reindeer. And it silently turns towards you and charges. So I will.
You erased it. I was going to say I like my initiative roll there.
Sorry. I'll need new initiatives from people, please. And I need my flesh golem pop out sheet. There it is. Flesh golem initiative. Nice.
Kind of have the feeling of the grocery store scene in Zombieland. I need a banjo.
All right, so here come the flesh golem is sort of running towards you guys. Okrist, your turn. There are also 3 other creatures that are floating and pulling themselves along with their face tentacles.
That's gross. I'm going to Scorching Ray the thing coming at us.
Okay, nice.
Wow, that's disappointing.
Interestingly, 2 of those hit.
What? That is the worst AC I've ever read.
I'm shocked myself. So you end up doing 12 points of damage, and some of the stitching seems to catch fire. It looks like this thing, when it was stitched together, is a little precarious, and the creature's having a little bit of trouble holding itself together. All right, that was Okarist. Are you moving at all?
No, but I am going to inspire Syl.
All right, Syl, you are inspired.
Take it.
And it is your turn.
I'm going to use a bonus action spell to cast Ensnaring Strike and then take a swing at the flesh golem.
Beautiful. All right, first hit connects. Only hit because you're only level 4. Roll your bonus fire damage.
Ensnaring Strike is the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack, A writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact, and the target must save versus strength 14 or be restrained by magical vines.
Okay, save versus strength 14. Rolls a 23. So as the
If the
as
target
vines,
succeeds on the saves,
go
they
ahead.
shrivel away.
Yeah. So as the vines come up, it tears through the vines, and seems unaffected by them. It does take 11 points of damage from that hit, though. Dripper, your turn.
What are these things in the back? Describe them again.
They're strange creatures that are floating above the ground, and they are moving by pulling themselves with tentacles that come out of their faces.
What the fuck? What is that?
They don't seem to be headed in your direction, but they do seem to be watching the fight quite avidly.
Okay. How high are these boxes?
5 feet. So there's barely room for a medium creature on top of it before you're brushing the ceiling, because the ceilings are only 10 feet tall.
Okay. I'm going to go to here
Mhm.
and then kind of like, you know how when you jump over the hood of a car, like in those, like in those 70s movies, and yeah, I'm going to do one of those to land behind this thing.
Dukes of
And
Hazard
then,
slide.
yeah. And then stab the flesh golem in the back.
Beautiful. Roll me an attack with advantage and sneak.
Oh,
So
I'll roll another one. I hit, but
yeah, we'll roll
you
another
know.
d20.
Okay, perfect.
So we'll take
I'll
the
take the
first one.
22.
All right, so you do your slide, flourish your magical dagger, and carve a swath through the back of this creature, dealing 18 points of damage.
Now these stairs, like, hold on, how much movement do I have left? Where was I? I was here, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, I have no more movement left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure my cloak's up, and when I'm
Yep. So your outline becomes a little bit hazy as you activate your cloak, and heals. Your turn.
I look at this and my nose is going, this is gross because there's burning flesh. So I go, point.
And blast an Eldritch Blast, dealing 9 points of damage. Oopsie daisy. Well, the creature is starting to look like there are obvious wounds on it now, other than some of the stitching coming undone. Did you want to move at all?
I'm fine where I am.
All right, Tia.
All right. I'm going to move over in here and use my glaive.
Okay. Your glaive, as you connect with this massive stitched together flesh, doesn't seem to have an effect. It's just sort of absorbed. So I'm saying he's got an immunity to non-magic weapons.
Okay, good to know.
That was an action.
You're the first one who's attacked with a non-magic weapon.
Yep, understand. And I think that that's all I'm going to do.
I think you might be the only one who doesn't. No. Heals doesn't have a magic weapon either, but she's got that one.
Neither do I.
I have a wand.
Oh, you don't have them? I forgot that you have the belt and not the. Oops. All right, I'll remember that for next time. You're very strong though. All right. Do you want to do anything with your bonus action?
Not at the moment.
Okay. All right. The golem is going to. It has disadvantage on its attacks because it was set on fire, and it is going to make 2 slam attacks. One against Syl. That fails drastically as some of the stitching comes loose. And the other one against Dripper. That also fails. Well, you guys set it on fire right away, so it's not that. Some of the fire starts going out. And it is Okarist's turn.
I'm going to pick up a chunk of ice and huck it.
Dex save, -1. Rolls a 15, does not take the damage from your giant chunk of ice. It sort of bobs out of the way. Anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, Syl, your turn.
Okay, we're wasting no time with this. Another bonus action spell, Divine Favor, adds D4 Radiant to every one of my hits.
Beautiful.
That does require concentration.
Okay. All right, you smash into this creature, and your warhammer doesn't seem to be doing a lot of damage to it. It just sort of is engulfed in the flesh, and then the flesh pushes it out. But the pulses with a flare of radiant energy, and you take 2 damage, or it takes 2 radiant damage. Dripper.
Okay. Is Aramanthia, you're able to attack from that range, aren't you?
Yep, but my weapon doesn't seem to be doing a lot of work damage from here.
Okay. Uh-oh.
I could pop my arms out though, but that'll take most of my. Well, I guess then we need a short rest. So
Did you still have your arms out from the other fight?
I did, and I asked about that because it was okay. I'll keep
Okay.
that in mind for next time.
So your arms are still out?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. I think I even have a note here somewhere.
Okay, and what's the range on
Arms
the
are
arms
out.
again?
Yeah, they're the 10 as well.
Oh, so you can attack from there, so I don't
Yeah.
need to move.
No, I'm good. My glaive and my arms
Okay.
both reach.
Okay, well, I'm going to stab at it again
All
with
right.
advantage.
With advantage,
And a
please.
sneak attack.
Oh no.
Ooh.
All right.
I'm not going to bother rolling the second 20, but I will click the advantage button so that next time I don't miss out.
All right. So with careful preparation, and with the creature sort of flailing around randomly as its stitches burn, you notice a weakness. You flip your dagger around and you just carve into the side of this creature, dealing 28 points of damage. Am I reading that right? Yeah. Wow. The creature is looking like it is in fairly rough shape. Heals, your turn.
You didn't say the magic word.
Oh, that was the wrong one. It didn't roll.
I know.
Nope. You blast energy. It hits the lid of one of the boxes and blows it open.
See, my mom is a halfling. I should be able to roll one.
Tia, your turn.
All right. This time I will hit it with my arms as well as the
Oops.
glaive.
Genetically, I have a 50-50 chance of that.
Syl, can you please give yourself 28 hit points back? I took hit points off of Syl instead of off of the creature.
Oh.
That's not good.
All right, are you
Sorry about that. That was a good backstab. Went through him and hit you.
carved through the side of the ship? All right, so you attacked with your glaive.
And then my arms.
Okay. So the arms seem to do damage. The glaive does not.
Okay, then I'll spend a key point and hit with my arms again.
Okay.
Like no damage, or just less
Nothing.
damage?
But as you line up your two shots with the giant arms, you describe how you knock out the flesh golem.
These two giant blue dragon arms come over Syl's head and just scrape through the stitching, and it collapses.
Okay. And that fight is technically over because the other creatures aren't really engaging in combat. They're sort of cowering in corners. And it is worth 360 experience.
I think that's level 5, friends.
Which will be handy.
No, I'm at 62.45. Did I miss some?
I have 65.15.
I like your.
I have 65.25.
I have the same as Trish.
65.25? All right.
Okay, I'll do that. I will be right back. My wife needs me. I'm sorry.
No worries. People are going to be leveling and rolling hit points and stuff.
Level 5.
Beautiful. Nice, you rolled max.
Rolled a 6.
Yep.
Oops. Wrong.
Yep.
Unless you're going to let me keep the 10.
Well, you can keep the 7 that you rolled,
All right.
which technically your hit points will go up by 10 because you do get to keep your con.
Yeah. Which is a 3. So
The current
10.
hit points
Cool.
don't go up, just the max, right?
40.
No, your current hit points will go up by whatever your max hit points went up by. The little squid characters retreat in through these tiny doors.
Two attacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is a fairly complex level for sorcerers. Okrist is a wild mage, right?
They're meant to be.
So the thing to remember is you can give yourself advantage using your wild mage Twist of the Fates ability. And then the next time you cast a spell, I can choose to have a wild magic surge go off, and then you get that ability back.
Okay, I don't know the mechanics of that. I will look that up.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god, my dog just dug a hole.
Oh,
In the backyard, I hope.
Almost to the neighbor's yard underneath the fence.
Oh, yeah.
Good
We had-
Loki!
We ended up putting those garden bricks all the way along the fence around our yard so that Lily couldn't dig.
I might have to do the same, or I'm thinking. Well, temporarily, I'm going to put about $150 worth of wood, just a little piece about like this big. Wood's really expensive right now, and just block off that area. But I think what I'm going to go get is some of that. The garden fence. It's like just wire or whatever. I think I'm going to get some of that and just shove it down, like dig it down, and then cover it back up, and then that should prevent them from going there. Or chicken wire. I can do chicken wire,
We-
but they might just mess.
We already had the bricks, so for us that was the quickest and easiest way to go.
you could do one of those invisible fences, but I think those are definitely more expensive than wood.
What's an invisible fence?
It's a shot collar that gives a territory.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not all of them are shot collars. Some of them are vibrating, and some of them make a sound.
Yeah, I have a couple actually for Nico and Sasha when they were younger. They do work. They do work. But these guys are going to be too little. Friggin', you'll look at them, they'll bark or they'll run away or something, and then their hair will just go right straight. 5th level lightning bolt spell.
Zap, zap, zap.
Ooh, uncanny dodge. Starting at 5th level, when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the damage.
Yep, that's pretty good. Who else got something cool?
I got Stunning Strike.
Oh,
Ooh, max roll for hit points. What?
I picked up Shatter and traded a spell to get Thunderwave.
nice.
I have 3 invocations from my Eldritch that I have to deal with, and then I have some spell stuff.
Okay.
So far, I've landed on Fiendish Vigor, and the other 2 I'm working on.
Fiendish vinegar. What do paladins get at level 5? They get a second attack.
Second attack. My level 1 spell slots go from 3 to 4, and I get from 0 to 2 level 2 spell slots.
Oh, nice.
The proficiency, the extra attack, and the extra spells. That's it.
Proficiency.
Yeah, from 2 to 3. Your
Oh, right.
proficiency
Everybody
bonus
gets
goes
the
up at level
proficiency
5. Everybody gets that.
You're gonna have to give yours
We'll have
first
to
again, I think.
knock down one of my level
I'm
1
curious.
spells to let me add a
Why
level
don't you
2
have a
to
nap?
my list.
This would be a good time.
Don't you get a new
Yeah.
spell every
Prayer
level?
healing's usually pretty good. It's based off of my stat.
Mhm.
Charisma in your level. So when I open it up in D&D Beyond, it says I can prepare 6, and I have 6 prepared. I think it goes up on the half level.
Oh, okay.
So at level 6, I think I'll get an extra spell that I can memorize. But in the meantime, I have some background specific ones that are always prepared. Like Moonbeam. Oh, snap.
Moonbeam is good. All right, and remind me, Steve, did you say you needed to be done at 4 or 4:30?
You know, somewhere in there.
Okay.
So do I just get the 9 hit points to my max, or do I add 9 hit points to my current hit points as well?
Yes.
It depends. In Roll20, you add the whole lot. In D&D Beyond, you add what you rolled on the die. It will factor in your con for you.
Oh, no, I mean for my current hit points.
For your current hit
Whatever
points,
goes
they'll
up,
go up
it
by
goes
what
up.
your max increased by.
Okay.
Because that's homebrew. Or, up to the GM.
Guess who now has a free identify ritual?
Nice. That'll be handy.
Yeah, I get 3 rituals from. 3 rituals from any class that I put in my Book of Shadows that I can cast as a free ritual.
Nice. All right. We don't need you anymore, Mr. Golem. All right. So as you guys take a moment to breathe, and you feel slightly stronger, you hear the sound of footsteps, and at the top of the stairs appears a um, a really weird looking gnome. The gnome is floating, reminds you of the other creatures that were in here, and it has tentacles coming out of its face. And as it looks around, it sees the creature that you guys have destroyed, reaches into its robes and pulls out a strange device. And
Does he put it to his throat and it sounds like a robot?
no, it points the device vaguely in your general direction, and Dripper, you sense hostility from this creature.
And it's coming down the stairs. Does it see me?
It's coming down the stairs.
Like I'm kind of
I
I'm
don't know if
kind
it
of like
sees
behind
you.
the stairs, right?
Roll me a stealth check to see if it sees you. Nope. It doesn't see you, but it does see other members of your party, and I'll take initiative rolls as this guy shows up.
Okay. As I'm stealth, I let everybody know that he's hostile.
Okay.
He's going to attack us. I didn't select my dude. Sorry, I got a 16.
16. Okay, I just need Tia. Oh, okay. Never mind. Who am I missing? Dripper heals. Oh, Okarist. Did we get a stealth roll from Okarist? Or not stealth. Initiative. Sorry. Beautiful. All right, so you guys hear in your mind from Dripper that this creature that is descending the staircase is hostile. And Dripper, you get to go first. It's descending a staircase that is open and is right next to you. Think like those 70s hanging wood staircases.
Can I like stab at his feet?
Oh,
Can I like cut his Achilles tendon kind of deal
From concealment, sure.
from concealment? Okay, what am I going to get advantage on that?
You will, yeah. Because he doesn't know you're there.
Oh, for some reason, all of a sudden, my sneak attack macro broke. Half a
Because-
Did your
second.
numbers go up on your
Because
level?
sneak went up by a d6. Level 5. Yeah, that should be 3d6.
Okay, I just got to rewrite my sneak macro for each of my things
Weapons.
here. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so as this guy is descending the staircase, you drive a knife into the side of his leg and cut through the Achilles tendon. He's floating. He's not really using his legs, but it looks like it really hurt.
Damn.
Do you want to?
Okay. I'm gonna use. No. Can I actually go like maybe underneath the stairs, like in his model,
Yeah.
kind of thing, and go back into stealth?
So you're using your
Just
bonus
take the
action to
first roll
hide.
for the
Okay,
stealth.
gotcha.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, so you
Yeah.
get out of his line of sight and attempt to hide. Okarist. There's a nasty creature with all kinds of mouth tentacles coming down the floating down the stairs with a strange device pointed in your direction.
Bleeding from his leg.
Ew.
Catapult. Where did you go? There you are. Oh, right. I can just push that. Rolls a 12, fails the save. Takes 13 points of damage.
I gotta step away again. I'm really sorry. I'll be right back.
No worries. Heals, your turn.
All right. I am going to Eldritch Blast him. I haven't changed it, so I'm still going to go with my previous values because I'm a little behind right now. There's a lot of reading.
You have to do 2 of them.
Yes.
So I need a second Eldritch Blast from you. Yep, beautiful.
I was just getting there.
11 points of damage as both of them hit. Just barely. And are you moving at all?
Nope. I'm good right here.
Syl, your turn. This thing is floating down the stairs.
Dun, dun, dun. Cup of fart.
Okay, and that's a con save. Rolls a 5 for the con save.
Oh, ignore the radiant. That was
Yeah, that's from earlier. 11 points of damage. You feel like this creature is almost dead. It doesn't look super hardy, but it. Who did the most damage to it? It is going to turn, and it points its device at heals, and
I am incensed.
Is this its first attack with the device?
yes, this is its first attack with the device. Points the device towards heals, and you see it do something with its hand, and this beam of energy flies out of the device and hits heals for 13 points of radiant damage.
I think we want this magical device that this thing is using.
And that's its turn. And just bear with me for 2 seconds. 2, 3.
I am going to use my reaction of Hellish Rebuke.
All right, do your Hellish Rebuke reaction as a second one of them appears on the stairs behind the first. 13 points of fire damage.
That is not including the wand. But
the
that's
wand
okay.
is just to hit.
Yeah. And this is not the same. So yeah.
So it's got to roll a dex save or take half damage. Doesn't matter. It has 1 hit point left. So your Hellish Rebuke burns it. It drops the device. The device sort of scatters down the stairs. Okay, so that was.
Grab it, Syl! Because it's still my turn.
Okay. And the second creature that appears. I need Syl, Aramanthia, and Heals to please make an intelligence saving throw.
Those are not good rolls, guys.
No. Syl, no. That was the 3 of you. All right. You each take 21 points of psychic damage as the creature pulls a device out of its robe and points it towards you guys, and then lifts its other hand up towards its head, and then turns, and a pulse of energy flies out from it.
So 14 wasn't good enough?
14 was just shy. Dripper, you have a headache. That was like a psychic scream that it just did. You weren't in the radius, but it was loud and painful. Okay, that was the creatures. Tia, your turn.
All right. I guess I'm going to step up here and hit this guy.
All right. So, first hit with the glaive. Hits.
That hits. I'm going to use a key point and stun him.
Oh. This is a whole
Stunning
new thing
strike.
for me. A con save?
Yes.
Okay. 20.
It's got to be fine. Yeah. Okay, and then I'll punch him with my
You can. You still have a second attack, though.
Oh, yes, I do.
16, 22 total. And you could do another stunning strike on that second attack if you wanted.
No, I'm good.
All right, so with a flourish, like she's moving faster than she was just a few seconds ago, 2 quick slashes with the glaive, and a giant draconic spiritual arm comes flying forward and smashes into the guy, dealing 22 points of damage. Okay, oh, and the body fell over here.
Can you take a second to figure out what the con save is against for me, please? Because I don't see it in these notes as to what I'm.
Yeah, just give me 2
The-
seconds here. Stunning strike, 5th level. Constitution saving throw or be
Trish,
stunned.
Yeah.
on your D&D Beyond sheet,
Okay.
click on Features and Traits, and then click on Features.
Okay.
The third bullet down, it says Key. It says you can spend key points to fuel your features, and your DC is 16.
And DC is 16. Okay. Thank you.
And does that include your Ironstone?
It should because the Iron Stone's right on this, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because yeah, it's your 8 plus your proficiency bonus, which for you right now is 4 plus your wisdom modifier.
All right.
Okay. So you may want to put that in to your.
I am already.
Beautiful. Dripper, your turn.
Thank you.
Can I reach this guy? Right? Because like I'm like underneath the stairs where the first guy was.
Well,
Right?
and you got his first. You got the first guy from there. So yeah, and this guy, we didn't see you do that attack, and you rolled crazy on your stealth. So yes.
All right, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm also going to add Booming Blade to the attack. So if he moves, he takes the additional D8.
Right. Oh wow, that was a terrible sneak roll.
Is that right? Oh my God, 2, 1, and 1. Oh my Lord, that was like the worst.
Not quite. It could have been.
Not
Could have
quite.
gone worse. All right. So you slash this creature on the leg, aiming for the same move as the other one, and this one moves its leg out of the way, glares down at you. What else are you doing?
I am going to. So like I'm actually like right here, right?
Yeah, you're
I'm
hiding
not
back under the
here. I'm
stairs again.
actually right here. Okay. I'm gonna stealth again. Why not?
Okay.
Just take the first roll. Sorry, 16.
Yep. All right, Oakrist. Another one of these creatures is coming down the stairs. It seems to have caused some serious damage to your friends.
Boom.
Okay. One of those hits. It takes 4 points of fire damage and sort of hisses at you in your mind angrily. Heals.
Less of a boo, more of a boo.
Heals unleashes 2 Eldritch Blasts. Neither of them roll for some reason.
I know why.
Because you're in your spells. There we go. First one.
Thousand
Second one.
pop-up windows later.
Both hit. Creature is looking pretty damaged. Sill.
Steps up to the plate, swings twice.
First one is a hit. And second one, also a hit. Neither of them have the radiant on there, but describe how you kill this creature.
Like a baseball bat. Go down.
Stay down. All right. So you squish this creature. It drops the device it was holding in its hand, and yeah, that fight was worth another 720 XP. Because those things were. Oh, I forget what you call them.
Mind Flare?
Mind flayers. Thank you. Yes. Gnomish mind flayers.
700.
Awesome.
Yeah, another 720.
Mind Flayers and Gnomish. This is half. It's got to be a half breed.
What were those devices there that they had? What were those?
You're not sure. You pick them up off the ground. They look interesting. Your character has never seen anything like them.
Can I like use my telepathy that I have to
Let me
communicate?
not stand in front of you.
I think we figured that part out.
Yeah. So you get the you know there's some type of weapon because the creature used them on you. Trying to figure out how to use it is intelligence checks.
Luckily, I rolled a 17. I have a high intelligence.
Nice. All right, just bear with me here. Figuring out alien technology.
Aliens? What? What? Oh fuck.
Do you need to go?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
So you see Dripper futzing with the device, and he has the one that has previously been fired, and he's messing around with things, and he clicks something, and you hear this sort of whistle that slowly elevates. So Steve, you figured out how to reload the fired one, and it goes.
So
Sorry
what?
about
It's like
that.
a gun. It's like a gun kind of thing.
It
Like
seems
at
to
a
be.
character.
Yeah. Some type of laser pistol.
What does it reload with? What
You
does it reload with?
there's a as you were messing with it, there's a cube that's part of the design, and you ended up pushing down on the cube, and it looks like it pulls energy out of that cube and prepares it to fire. So you're not sure if once the cube is expended, if you're ever going to be able to reload this, but you have the feeling like it's ready to fire.
Neat. Does anybody want one that I can show how to use this? Like one of the people who hang back and are not in people's faces and shit, you know?
I can do that.
Boys,
Yeah.
I'll learn.
Okay. So it'll require some.
Although it'd be kind of neat to like just whip out a freaking pistol. You know?
These are technically laser guns.
And we have two of them.
Yeah.
I love it. I'll take a laser gun.
Here. Laser pistol. Show to players.
I do not have proficiency with a pistol or with
Yeah.
any firearm.
Yeah, but we can practice.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to do some practice. Now, the one that you have, Dripper, has 32 more charges. So I'll need you to track that. Heals, yours has 33 charges.
It's a big magazine.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't
Or
see that
battery.
on the information page. That sucks.
No. That's because they're unique items.
I copy and pasted.
Yeah.
Copy paste is great.
Okay. All right. Things seem to have calmed down in the ship. What are you guys doing?
Let's go upstairs.
Sure.
There also doors at the back here that the little things went through.
Mhm.
Do we want to take a rest?
Anybody need heals?
I
I'm
Bottom.
down half.
All right. Give me 1 second. Should we take a rest? I think a quick rest wouldn't hurt anybody. Maybe an hour.
All right.
Yeah, I'll benefit from that.
So I assume that that's a dex attack plus attack, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
So not terrible for the rogue and the monk.
You said 32.
32. Yep. While you guys are having your rest, you do a quick search of the rest of this floor, and in one of the crates, you find things that look suspiciously like the small devices, but they're longer. Technically, you find 3 functional laser rifles and 3 non-functional laser rifles, and the laser rifles look like this.
Can somebody please? I'm sorry. I missed a lot of that for noting it down. I have like 12 spells to add to my sheet, and I'm having a moment. So I have no idea what we just got, except I heard
All
laser
right.
rifles.
I will write those down.
Do they take the same ammo?
The cartridges appear to be incorporated into the device, so you're not sure once the cartridge is drained if you'd be able to reload it ever. You do find you find 3 functional laser rifles and 3 non-functional laser rifles. The non-functional ones do seem to have cartridges, but you're not sure how you would take the cartridge out and put the new one in.
Are the laser rifles also dex based or are they strength based?
They are dex based, and each one of them can fire 30 times. And the rifles are 3d8 rather than 3d6.
If you guys don't mind, I'll take a rifle because other than that, the only projectile I'll have is a dart or a
Sure,
sling.
go ahead.
You freaking stormtroopers now.
Yeah, I was reading this. I was like, all right, so they're going to have to do this because Steve has been carrying the psi crystal that draws them here since like, I don't know, for like 5 or 6 sessions. And they're so stingy with treasure. And then you come here and it's like, here's a bunch of laser guns.
3d8 plus damage or plus dex or just 3d8?
Just 3d8. Unless you're proficient, which would take some work, because the Ceramorphs were getting plus their dex, but they've had training.
So no proficiency, just attack plus dex.
Yeah, right now.
Okay, sounds good.
You're gonna have to do some work and expend some charges with everybody else to see if you can gain proficiency when you've got some time. Until then, you have to treat it as a non-proficiency weapon.
Okay.
All right, so let me get rid of that. All right, that's about it for this floor. You do check the small doors at the end, and those small doors lead to pods. And you see that the smaller creatures have retreated into the pods. The pods are filled with liquid, and the creatures appear to have gone to sleep.
Oh, isn't that ducky?
Well, that was a critical hit.
Damn it.
Steve's clearing out the pod now.
Are you using the laser pistol on one of those guys?
No, I just added it to my character sheet and clicked it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Blam! You blow a hole in the wall of the spaceship.
Sorry.
Look down the barrel of it.
All right, so you can go up those stairs.
Yeah, I think we're going up.
Oh, have you
I
guys-
want to make sure that we take. I want to make sure that we take all of those rifles with us, even the expended ones, just in case. Like we can use them to, possibly practice with, or whatever. Practice aiming, and stuff, so that we don't have to expend so many charges.
During our rest, did Ocarist play for us?
Sure.
Okay,
On your banjo?
that is, how many are there?
You've done 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all 5 of them.
15. Yeah, that was before the rest because I hadn't used them yet.
Yeah.
So before the rest, actually, there's one extra now because we leveled beforehand. So that's 18 hit points.
I thought your pool was 1 per level. Am I wrong about that?
We're level 5. No, you start off with 2. No, you start off with 3. Hang on. No, you start off with 2.
Okay, cool.
I'm only down 5 hit
And
points.
then you get 1d6 per level after that.
All right, so are you guys done with your rest?
I will take 5 hit points as well from that.
Okay.
I'm going to use 2 hit dice to heal myself because I think the rest of those hit points have to go to everybody else there, right? I'm only down
Heals
5.
need some.
I'm not down a lot.
Yeah.
I'm barely 10 or so. 12, 13, something like that.
I touched myself and spent a hit die.
Ew.
That sounded dirty.
It's a paladin.
So there's 8 left in your pool. There heals if you want to give yourself
Yeah, I'll
them.
take the 8 then. If nobody else wants them, are you guys sure?
I think so.
All right.
Okay. All right. So as you guys finish your rest, you can continue upstairs. I'll move you. Okay, and then just bear with me for 2 seconds while I read some flavor text. The middle deck has an open cowl. Mounted to the deck is a forward-facing ballista. The walls are lined with ballista bolts waiting to be used. Stairs lead down and up, and there is a fleshy door that leads to area N5. Dripper, when you walk close to the door, it opens immediately.
Did you say a fleshy door?
Yep. A fleshy door. Gross.
Very gross. But I'm also going to look at all of the ballista bolts and the ballista and sort of smirk and go, well, I guess somebody was planning on going ballistic.
Nice. This ballista looks functional, but there doesn't seem to be anything to aim at.
The fleshy door comes to mind immediately.
Well, it's not really an obstacle. It opens whenever Dripper gets close to it.
point of order.
Mhm.
A ballista bolt, could that be also visualized as a large spike club?
Mm,
I imagine something the size of a dowel with
it
four
would be like a
blades.
spear.
Spear? Okay.
Yeah, about that size.
Equivalent to a regular weapon?
Um, sure.
Now I'm going to pick one up.
All right. I believe it's a D6, and I think it's strength based. Yeah, and you can use it as a melee or as a thrown. But this is a weird looking spear. It looks like it's made out of chitin and metal. It looks like it may have been biologically built somehow, like extruded.
Interesting. I'll have to customize that flavor text.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the stuff on here looks like it's the result of biological processes rather than foundries. As you guys look through in here, and I moved Dripper so that he can see. So you guys can go through that door if you'd like. I'll tell you what's on the other side. Crystals protrude from the chitinous ceiling of this oddly shaped room. Some crystals are lit, others are flickering or burnt out. Plates of chitin have been pried loose from the walls, exposing cavities filled with tangled masses of black tubes. Scattered across the floor are unusual looking tools. Um, on the floor, Dripper, as you approach, is a black metal box the size of a bar of soap. And your attention is drawn to it because it is clicking almost like a Geiger counter, and it seems to click faster the closer you get to it.
Okay, I pick it up and look at it. It's a
And
black box.
the clicking speeds up, and it's a seamless black box.
Okay. So as I move it away from myself,
The clicking slows fractionally.
and then I move it closer, it goes faster.
It goes faster. Yeah.
And is the clicking loud?
Not very loud. Um, Loud enough that it attracted your attention.
Okay, I don't like this box. It gives away my position.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good thing to have in your pocket.
Okay. Actually, I don't want anybody to have it because then everybody knows where I am. It's almost like a. This is like a.
I'll hold on to this type of item.
Yeah, like I mean, somebody like. What's the use of being a thief if everybody knows where I am, right? You know, it's like it's like GPS for Dripper. I mean, freaking Google Maps. All right. Do
It's
you have anything I can muffle? I can muffle it or anything like
or you could just
you
leave it
know.
behind.
Yeah, but if I leave it behind, then anybody can find me.
Hmm.
Maybe is it attuned to just me? I don't know.
You don't know. Yeah, it's a DPS, Dripper Positioning System. And yeah, if you wrap it up in some cloth, the clicking is muted. But you feel like you can still hear it.
It's the telltale heart.
It's gonna freaking drive me insane. No more sleep for Dripper. Okay, all right. Well, I kind of show everybody what I got. I'm like, what the hell do I do with this? Like, explain what it does. Like every time I get closer, you know, right? Like show them, you know. What happens when I hand it to Silisley,
I was gonna
right?
say, if someone else is holding it, does the noise in his head go away?
Yeah, he's not. He's not feeling like it's vibrating his whole being if he's not holding it.
Now, can still tell if someone else that's psychic comes near him with it. Like, will this help with the Duragar?
Will I know who else is psychic?
Well, we know that the Duragar talk to each other psychically. And we know that we want to go kill the leader of the Duragar.
There is somebody here who can tell you what this thing is and what it does. Because she just got the ability to.
Cough, identify.
Is it a request for an identify? I need 10 minutes for the ritual, but I can do it.
All right. So while Heels is doing the ritual on that box, Dripper, there's a broken crystal in this room, fairly large crystal. You're not sure what it did, but it appears to be non-functional now.
Okay.
Is it like shiny?
Well, it was a 5-foot diameter sphere of shiny black metal with small transparent hexagonal windows, sharp metal tines resembling grasping claws protrude from the nearby walls and ceiling, stretching towards the sphere, but stopping just short of it. Along the walls are low-mounted pieces of metal with knobs and dials on them. The inside the black sphere, you see that there was a fist-sized crystal that is shattered into multiple pieces, and it looks like it's burnt as well. Who's looking closely at this?
I will.
The shards of broken crystal remind you of the psi crystal that you're carrying around.
The shards of broken crystal remind me of the psi crystal that I'm carrying around.
Yep.
So, like, does it look like I could put the psi crystal in there and power whatever was there?
You're not sure? That seems like a fairly reasonable guess, though.
What about the shards on the ground? Like, if I'm there, if I pick one up, what happens?
You're holding a shard of crystal. It's dirty and jagged and scorched.
Okay, so not valuable.
All right.
All right.
When Heels finishes her ritual, she determines that the black box is a psi crystal detector. It will emit an audible clicking noise whenever a psi crystal is within 5 miles of it. The closer the object gets to a psi crystal, the more rapidly it clicks. And this was being carried by one of the guys you killed.
Good
Okay.
to stay away from Steve now.
Yeah. So if I take the psi crystal and put it in the machine, just out of character or whatever, will I lose the attunement to it? Like, I won't, right? Because it's just right there.
This sort of ball here looks like it's designed to harness the power of a psi crystal. So it would probably draw enough off of the psi crystal that you wouldn't be able to use its features anymore.
Okay, this is a ship. Is the ship stuck and is it destroyed or something? I'm trying to gauge whether or not we want to like an airship at level 5 or not. With laser guns and shit like that.
They're expensive.
Yeah.
Or if I want the ability, I mean, this thing we could probably sell it for a lot of money, but then
Yes.
I lose my ability to communicate effectively.
So the feeling that you're getting is it reacts to you because you're psychic. If you lose your psychic ability, the ship won't react to you anymore.
So he has to give up his powers to be able to fly it, but then he can no longer fly it.
Well, that's dumb. Thank you, Phil.
Hey, thank the Wizard of the Coast.
It's like here's this cool toy, but you have everything you need to fit to to do it, but then you can't do it. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Hey, it's similar to the last campaign that I ran. I ran the Dragons of the Apocalypse, and they do this bait and switch thing with the masks constantly, where it's like, oh, you're after a mask. Nope, you can't have it. And I was like, no. If my players get close enough, they can have one of the masks or two even, because I didn't think that was.
Very
We
nice.
just need to find someone psychic to be able to fly this.
Too bad Mother wasn't around.
Yep.
Well,
She knows that she can fly them.
And too
We
bad
could-
that everybody that you've run into that's been psychic has been also incredibly violent and not friendly.
with lasers.
Yep. Anyhow, searching the rest of the ship, there's one more floor above. I'll move you guys onto it so you can go through the doors and such. And let me read you some flavor text. So this is obviously sort of a control center. If you had to guess, this is where the ship would be controlled from. There's a door that leads out the back of the room. This door, it seems to lead to an observation deck where you could watch what the people who are on the ballista are doing. And this door leads to. Am I doing that right? Are you guys seeing that? This door.
Well, we can see the things. Yeah.
Yeah. Leads to a room. And in the room, you find a work table. And sitting on the work table, there are two items that stick out as interesting. One is a metal monocle with a kaleidoscopic lens that functions as one of these.
Ooh.
So advantage on intelligence checks when you're close to something. Does not
Very
require
close.
attunement. And the other one is a it looks like a slug that is pulsing along the outside of like a metal rim, and it functions. It looks like one of these.
Somebody else grab one of those. We can have conversations and talk about the other people in the party.
I'll take the helmet telepathy if nobody else wants it.
It does require attunement.
It'd be my last slot.
Yeah, but you get lots of cool shit with that. You get detect thoughts. You get suggestion.
Yep.
Yeah. More spells to add. How fun! The dragon drop doesn't work right
Or
now.
do we give the helmet to Dripper and use the stone to power the ship?
Phil,
Yeah.
do you want us to have this ability this early?
I don't know. You you do remember that you do not have a language in common with this spaceship.
Oh yeah.
So you can detect its thoughts, but you don't know deep speech, which was causing some problems for you. So I think that the short answer to your question was no, I wasn't planning on you guys having a spaceship.
Oh, okay. Let's go to Mars, guys.
The second I read what the Helm of Telepathy does, I was like, oh, dang it. Oh, well, maybe they won't put those things together. And then my wife is immediately like, spaceship! Yeah.
Hey, I'm all for it.
This is a
Faster than a dog sled.
yeah. This thing is a very interesting. It's a nod to the Spelljammer series, if you guys are familiar. Spelljammer was yeah.
Steampunkish almost. It was almost steampunkish. I remember playing it in 3rd edition, I think, like
Yeah.
many years ago.
Yeah, and you had spaceships that left Earth and were exploring the other planets of the material plane, flying through ether.
I got a laser gun.
Yep.
I got so many utility spells. I'm so excited to share them all, but not until we need them.
It's the terrible tactical Swiss Army knife problem now.
Does anybody have proficiency with investigation checks?
I do.
What is your
4.
bonus? Investigation.
4.
Yours is 4?
4.
Okay, mine is 6.
Well, and given that you're the one who does like locks and traps and stuff,
Plants.
Yeah. I know. I just don't want to take all. I just don't want to take all the magic items. I got boots last time, right?
mm-hmm.
Well, you can only take 3, and then you have to start sharing them anyways. So
No, they're none of them are.
The lens is not
Attunable.
Yeah. Lens is not attunement, so I've gotten almost all the magic items out of this. So
yeah, but
No.
I got a rifle, and neither the helmet or the lens really helped me be a better monk.
I can take the helmet. Then we'll end the conversation. We can move on. If you guys are fine with it.
And then,
Doesn't necessarily mean I'll wear it.
I think everybody should at least take one of the rifles, so that way there it's like, everybody has a decent ranged weapon that we can all like practice with, and for absolutely no reason past 30 rounds of firing, but at least we can fire it without proficiency and get
Or
3d6.
one person takes the 3 rifles and works on their proficiency.
Sorry, I have to go. I'm already sick.
Sorry, you're leaving.
She's not feeling well.
No, she said she had to go. She's going to be sick.
Yeah. I guess that answers my question. There is another event that happens when you guys leave the ship, but I think we'll leave that for next time because it's almost 4:30, and Steve had said that he wanted to be done around then.
Roger that.
So 2 weeks works for everybody. 1 week.
1 week.
Oh,
1 week works.
1
I
week.
think so, yeah.
May 16th. Yes, that works. There is going to be a weekend that is going to be rough for me. And I think it's the weekend of the 30th. I think that's 2 or 3 weeks from now.
It's the weekend after the long weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, it is that weekend. I might be busy on that weekend, but I'll have puppy pictures to show everybody because we're getting our other dog on that weekend. So I don't know when